chest ka. Koro daktari no wacho ne wadhi check up machiegni to daktari wacho no konya timo operation kejen kama delicate anyalo tho. Yeah. Okay. So I was shot by the police just right at the junction, and the bullet passed through my arm, entered through the chest, and it clogged there. So recently we went for clinic in Russia. I stayed in a hospital for 2 weeks. We went there and the doctor said they can't do the operation, that I just learn to survive with the bullet. Because if they try to do the operation, maybe I can pass on. So I have it. Ankore. Kuru. Mane situation. Kuru. It's something that has happened. We have to continue with life. But thank you so much for reaching it. And
just so you know, Victor Oreme from West Uyoma is here living with a bullet in his lungs. It cannot be removed because it is delicate. And his life is in the hands of God. Shame on the police. Shame on the police. It's all right, Victor. Just sit. It is okay. Wawe ne Nyasaye ma wuod kokiri. Wuod Uyoma jararieda. It is all right. We had already introduced the families. I will invite only one person to speak on behalf of the families, and that will be Mama Dorothy. Where's Mama Dorothy Shinia? Mama Dorothy Oguta, the mother of Edwin Owino, who was also shot here in Bondo. She's from Nyamor village, West Asembo. Mama Dorothy, if you are near, just come and speak on behalf of all these bereaved families. Ute nung'eyo Edwin Owino mano negi bang' ka oseneg David Agan Bondo ka. Mae mama gi.
Erokamano ni jatendwa ma kawuono biro kuyo kodwa Dr. Honorable Raila Odinga gi team duto mar Azimio mobiro kuyo kodwa wa jonyuol duto moyudo chandruok. Agone gi erokamano kendo amoso u duto nokweuru. An nyinga Dorothy Oguta, anya Uyoma Kagwa, akuo Ruoth Yesu en Ruoth. Edwin ne ni Bondo ka. To ka ne en Bondo ka ne dwaro gik moko kaka dang' nyathi ma wuoyi dwar gike. Notie loche, noriembo apiko, samoro bende nene mjengo. Koro harakati mar demonstration mar ng'anyo ka, tich adek ne ok odhi e ng'anyo, tich ariyo aloso kode ne ok odhi e ng'anyo, koro tich abich owuok ni koro dhi limo koparo ni piny ber. To kodhi to noyudo ka piny ne tek, kendo rakruok ne lich. Maka e bang'o e rakruok no, polis notemo mochwado chonge kod bunde ma nyathino gore piny, kanyo ne girodhe, ne gimuko goke achiel, ne gimuko tiende konchiel, modolore kama, ma nyathina norwenya. Nikech ka polis obiro ni mondo kel kwe, to nego nyithindo matindo, to mano kata tije no bendo tame. Nikeche, ka in jatelo, to kinyal ng'iyo nyithindo matindo gi, ma innocent gi, ni emidwa ni negi, to kariti dwa loso piny ne ng'a. Piny miloso no mar ng'a. Nikech ibro tho, to nyathini biro dong e piny ni. To ka koro nyathi mari no dong isenego, itelo kidhi kanye, kia kanye bende. Kore momiyo, wan jonyuol wa kuyo kabisa. Nikech ngima mar nyathi, duong moloyo kata pesa ma ng'ato nyalo chulo ng'ato. Pesa ok nyal miyo ng'ato ngima. Kata di miye pesa marom nadi ok dirom gi ngima ne mowito. Rachna kabisa kaka janyuol. Kenda wuoyo kategno nikech koro edi oseweya e yo marach mogi kendo ok noduogi. Koro ok aluor nikech kata mama na bedo tho. Ategno ahinya makata in gi bunde mar AK-40 150 abro chunga. It is very painful. Rach kendo rach. Akwedo kendo akwedo e okang' mamalo. Nyithindo motho gi eki, moko gin gi nyithindo kata monde gi bende. Tae bende gin gi jonyuol gi familia gi. Samoro dwaro eka mondo dagi moro mane odong dala kucho yud chiemo. To ko biro kae, to kori dwa nege ka ok inono nyathi minego ni. Ok ber. Omiyo kata kichulo, to ok nyal romo. To nyaka chulgi nikech monde gi nitie. Ato mara onge gi dhako. Anyalo wacho ni Nyasaye romo. To moko nigi nyithindo gi monde gi magiweyo gi jonyuol gi. Koro adiera kod haki temnwa uru mondo oyudnwa mondo nyithindo gi oyud justice. Katuse ikigi to giyudi. Haki gi bende nyaka giyudi. Matin nyaka gibed compensated. Awacho koso kawacho. Koro atiyo koka wacho ni yani wabedu kod kwe to mak mana sama ubende udhie ng'anyo dwara ne uru kaka urakoru kata dwara ne uru nitiere jomoko ma innocent ka Edwin mara ne temo mana mondo odhi kaka dango dogot dwara ne uru to sirikal bende odwar kaka nyalo tiyo gi bunde ka timo bunde ero kamano uru.
Let me just translate. This is Mama Dorothy Oguta, the mother of Edwin Owino, who was shot by the police here in Bondo. She's spoken in Luo, and she said that Edwin was shot a day after the Maandamano. He was not even part of the protesters. He was just here in Bondo trying to go to his house, and the police met him, shot him in his knee. And when he landed down, then they landed on him with rungus. They dislocated his left shoulder. They broke his left leg. And they bruised him immensely on his head and his back. She says she's blaming the police because the police are supposed to protect, not to maim, kill, and harm. She says that no compensation will bring back her son. But she's demanding for compensation, especially for the families who are bereaved. And we will speak about that later. She maintains that she is not intimidated, although she's lost. Even if the police come with all their guns and everything else, we must fight for what is right. Ultimately, she says, in the event, the persons to be blamed for the death of Edwin and all these bereaved families are the police, led by the Inspector General. Thank you very much, Mama Dorothy. Bedgikwe. Ongewach. Mosuru Jakom. Eko dia. Now, because she's talked about what happened, I want to call the first person who will put us in the picture of what really happened. The Inspector General says we were hiring bodies to parade them. That even these ones now we've hired to parade. I want to call the Honorable Opio Wandai, minority leader, to put us in the proper picture of how it is.
Erokamana enya Jabura. Na kanisa baba giwelo madongo dongo mankan all protocol observed. Adwa monda wachi ni kawuono wan ka to wan gi kuyo malicha ahinya kuom gimosa timore kuomwa kowuok e lwet police mar Kenya. And let me say this very, very briefly, that what we are talking about here is a real situation of real deaths, of real Kenyans in the hands of the Kenyan police, without any shade of doubt. Without any shade of doubt. And I want to say this, that the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Japhet Koome, cannot, in broad daylight, tell Kenyans that he's going to use the implements, the equipment, the tools that Kenyans have bought through their taxes to harm Kenyans again. That it was never the intention of the drafters of our constitution. Indeed, it was never the intention of Kenyans when they adopted the 2010 constitution that the National Police Service would be transformed into a tool to not only oppress the citizens, but to kill them. Secondly, we want the whole world to know that we are putting together a very strong case, and we shall be demonstrating that these acts of aggression by the National Police Service agents and their collaborators were planned, and that there was a clear chain of command, and that they were targeted at specific groups, especially the Luo ethnic group. We are going to demonstrate that. And more importantly, we want to caution the International Criminal Code that on the Kenyan situation, it is not just enough for the ICC prosecutor, Karim Khan, to recuse himself from the Kenyan situation. What we want is an assurance from the presidency of the ICC that the ICC is going to remain impartial. It's going to remain impartial on the matter of the Kenyan situation from the beginning to the end. As I conclude, I want to read the names of Kenyans, very, very brave Kenyans, who have been killed by police bullets during these Maandamanos. And some of them were buried last weekend, some of them were buried this weekend, and others shall be buried later on. And these are Kenyans from all corners of the country, even though a great majority of them are from here. So allow me to read these names, and especially as a way of also commiserating with their families. And very, very quickly, so if you allow me, one Moses Otieno Were, Jamasa Monyinga Gigen Jogo and Police and Onigo. Krochi Kuritu. Moses Otieno Were from Ugenya. Douglas Kalasinga, Lugari. George Morgan, Ikolomani, John Okoth, Alego Usonga, Onego, Robert Oukodhiambo, Suna East, John Benjamin Imbi, Luanda, John Ochieng, Ugunja. Austin Ouma Steve, Ugunja. Eli Otieno, Bondo. Harris Ochieng, game. Fanuel Ochieng, game. David Omondi, game. Moses Onyango, Kendubei, Karachuonyo. Stephen Okinyi Ochieng, Suna West. Brian Oniango, Luanda. William Amulele, Kisumu West. Eliam Michael Oduor, Ugenya. Richard Mutuku, Baringo Central. Jeremiah Mwengi, Mwingi South. Solomon Bobobat, Nyakach. Rogers Omondi, Rangwe, Homa Bay County. Jack Ogana Nyangwala, Bondo. Venesta Odhiambo, Migori Uriri. Regan Otieno, Suna East Migori. Frederick Omonyo, Suna East Migori. Edwin Owino Omondi, Rarieda, Siaya. David Agan, game. Sylvester Owino, game. Walter Odoyo Awonda, Kisumu Central. David Ochieng Ouma Ragen, Nyando. Eric Omondi Abok, Kisumu Central. Frank Opio Odhiambo, Seme. Bernard Ochieng Otana, Rongo. Peter Wanjala, Kitale. Benson Otieno Ouma, Suna East. I can go on and on and on. Some of these Kenyans have already been buried. A number of them, we are still compiling their records. We estimate that by the end of this exercise, we shall have lost not less than 60 Kenyans. And these are real Kenyans with real names, with real places of abode. Thank
you, the Honorable Opio Ondai. We want to challenge the Inspector General Comey. Tell us which of those names read by Opio Ondai who was not killed by the police, who died of other causes and was hired to be included there. We challenge you to tell us which is that body that we hired to be paraded. You have charge of the investigations. Come and arrest us and charge us and tell us who we falsely paraded. And what we are saying here, it is not just us. It is not just our principles. Amnesty International has investigated and confirmed. The Independent Medical Legal Unit has confirmed. The Law Society of Kenya has confirmed. The Kenya Human Rights Commission has confirmed. For the avoidance of doubt, let me now invite the Deputy Director of the Kenya Human Rights Commission, Mr. Cornelius Oduor, to come and speak to you and confirm these facts.
I'm also Nokweuru. Your Excellency, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, Mama Martha, Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, all protocols observed. I stand here on behalf of Kenya Human Rights Commission to show solidarity with our brothers who have left us in a very unfortunate circumstance just because of exercising what the Constitution guarantees in Article 37, the right to picket, to demonstrate. If anything, what the Constitution says is that the police only needs to be notified to provide security, but not to maim, and to kill. So we know very clearly that these lives that have been lost is in contradiction to Article 26 of the Constitution, the right to life. Nobody has any right to intentionally take away somebody's life. More importantly, beyond the solidarity, is that the perpetual failure to investigate and prosecute past atrocities by the police is what has now made it ordinary for the police to come out and shoot ordinary Kenyans. So as on behalf of human rights organization, our contribution is to ensure that we get adequate and accurate data and to support prosecution against those who commit these heinous crimes. I think that will send a lesson to anybody who thinks that they can use this constitution in a manner that is contrary to the expectation of Kenyan public. So I've heard there is a list. We have also been working on a list. Part of our mission here is to collect information that can be used to press charges so that the victims of police excesses can get justice. We stand with Mama Dorothy. Poleni sana. We'll do our best to ensure that the lives that have been lost is not going to be business as usual. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cornelius. Now, I want to invite my colleagues, and I request that we be brief because this is actually a very solemn mass ceremony. So I'll request that we take no more than 2 minutes each. Let me start with the Honorable Dr. Joshua Ron, Kisumu Central.
Your Excellency, Right Honorable Raila Odinga, Your Excellencies and other party leaders, Yodala untie, ka wane kuyo nekech wako jolweny, wako koso kwako. An Joshua Odongo Ron, ane manya wito ji mang'eny Kisumu Central. Adwa wacho ne komenia. Position ma entie okoyiene mondo chung kowacho miriamba. Wachne koso ka wachne. No nyalo chung to wacho ni wachoko ji wa parade ni onge joma tho. Shetani ashindu. Komesiau. Ojamriambo koso kojamriambo. Wawacho ne ni remb joa monindo gi ok bidho na wachne koso ka wachne. Mani Nyasaye gwedhu.
Thank you. I would encourage us, first of all, we avoid salutations. Now set him on the protocols. Koso kamano. I set him on behalf of all speakers. Secondly, because we are being covered live, tojo Bondo bendonge Kisungu. Koso kunge. Koro ibu wataki Kisungu kata Kiswahili. We encourage you to speak in English or Swahili so that we don't have to translate. Because all these people are learned. Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka. These people have degrees, all of them. Hello. Let me invite the Honorable Rosa Buyu, Kisumu West.
Ya wakata katek nade to nyaka mosu gi dholuo ni kakalo kuom jakom gi jotelo duta moso uno kwe uru. Wane kanisa fuana uru badu no kwe buo dala Nyasaye kama. I want to say this. Mr. Kome, the people lying in those coffins are just not those people. What you see in those coffins are dreams of young children who've lost their parents. What you see in those coffins are hopes of young widows who've lost their husbands. What you see in those coffins are dreams of mothers who own nothing in this world except the children that they sired. And Mr. Kome, okom koso kikom. Okom koso kikokom. Mr. Kome, you once said you are being pursued because you are a man from Meru. I want to tell you that in Luo land, we respect and value our dead. We would never hire dead people for other purposes to pretend, because we value the dead and we love the dead. Mr. Komen yokom koso kikom. Mr. Komen yokom koso kikokom. Mr. Kome, you just must resign. You must resign, Mr. Kome, because you've disrespected us as a community. You've shown that you are so insensitive. Yani Kome ni dhiro wako sokdhirwa. Tokidhiria world ogikoni enough is enough. Mr. Kome, as a community, we are saying enough is enough. And Kome marchia dango. And Kome me pielo sadi. Ipiele sadi ya dia piele. Kome ni pielo sadi mondo wa piele. Kome, I want to tell you, you are stupid. You are stupid. You are stupid. Cheers.
Hello? Hello? Let me now call the Honorable Sam Atandi, Atan Meli, Alego Usonga.
Aya, Jodalawa Untie. Baba Raila Odinga and the leadership of Azimio present, the family of the bereaved, and our church, I want to be very brief. Article 245 of our Constitution outlines the character and the responsibilities of the Inspector General of Police. In that article, the character of IG is explained. That person is supposed to act independently and should not be guided by anybody. But the Inspector General of Police we have today acts like an agent of the UDA party. He is not the man who is supposed to act in that capacity as the IG of Kenya. In the recent past, Kome has said that we hired corpses, that the police did not kill anybody. He has also said that our people, that the Azimio coalition was targeting him because he's a Meru. What I want to say is this, that in my view, this guy is mad, he's not normal. This guy should be taken to Madare for mental assessment. Because we cannot have a mad person presiding over our police force. That is not allowed. Therefore, we want to urge that this guy be taken to Madare so that he can be sorted out. Secondly, many of our people have died. And this is not the first time. In 2007, many of our people were killed. In 2013, the same. In 2017, the same. Now in 2022, again 2023. I want to say that this is enough. That the price for killing a Luo must now be very expensive. It is not going to be normal for Luos to be killed like hens. I said in Parliament that what happened from the list that Wandai has read, 90% of those people who were killed are Luos. That's why I said in Parliament that what has happened in this country to us is genocide. And I maintain that this is genocide because it is something which was organized by this regime to exterminate the sons and daughters of our community. And we have said that this is going to be the end of this practice. And the life of a Luo is going to be very expensive.
Erokamano. So that we get done with Siaya County, I will call just two people very quickly. Let me call first the Speaker of Siaya to speak on behalf of all MCAs present, the Honorable George Okode.
The Azimio leadership, the families of the bereaved, the families of the maimed, jothuru wauntie, odichieng maka wuono wadwa wacho matin, tabro wacho gima jopiny gombo ni mondo wachi. Baba mokwongo tik tik adwa gone jopiny gi erokamano kuom chung sama nidwaro ne jopiny mondo chung. Ne uchung koso ok nuchung? Sama nidwaro ruedhi mondo dhi e ndara ne udhi koso ok nudhi? Kidwaro ruedhi kiny kende ndara ubodhi koso ok ubidhi? And I want to put that in English for the benefit of the leadership that is visiting here today. That our people have said unanimously that should there be need for our people to go back to the streets, they will go. Udhi koso kudhi? And because I'm speaking on behalf of the local leadership, I want to thank very sincerely the MCAs that led demonstrations on our land. Because we have classic examples, mag MCAs that were summoned to go to the police and record statement. We also have one special one whom they arrested, put in the cells, had no charge, but presented him in the courts. Otare, will you stand wherever you are? Otare marandere ni negi mako magitero moni in the cell. And we want to say that we thank you because you have a heart that is bigger than your size and you have dared them to arrest you even tomorrow. Bondo ka, nenitie Oliverika, nenitie Otiato Francis, mabende kod min Bondo, mabende nobedo summoned ka police, and they have told me on your behalf to promise that it does not matter how many times they will be summoned, it does not matter how many times they will be arrested, they will go to demand for the rights of the people, alive and dead. And as I finish, the Inspector General of Police and the Kenyan government, it cannot be gainsaid that we have police who are acting on behalf of illegal instructions from the government. And to the Inspector General of Police, the law requires you to be responsible for what you say. The Leadership and Integrity Act demands of you that you be responsible for what you say. And when you give misleading information, you will be answerable for that. And we dare you, if you believe, strongly believe, that this is just games, then put an affidavit to it under oath. Say that these people were not killed by the police. Then we will meet you. Omundu kwangono, omundu. Umundu kwangono, omundu. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Speaker. The Honorable Dr. Christine Ombaka, Women Rep Siaya.
Ni baba, gi mama, gi leadership mar Azimio, gi jopiny te. Achunka wachoni, the blood of the dead is on the hands of the government. The blood of the dead is in the hands of the government. They have killed our young people. And the law of this land says that the government should protect the life of our people. The Bible also says that thou shalt not kill. Therefore, I'm saying that to hell with the Ruto government. The government is doing nothing. The government has no respect for human life, and we shall therefore go to the streets and continue to demonstrate. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Aramiauru itu. Kwa unumia itu. Nikechunge ni unyithikie. Mjumbe unoringo. Hello? Oringo koso koringo? Obi kumajuma nego wakanitiere. Nikoro remb nyithiwa magikao giloko gismiti nigikelogo development. Development o mano kwadwar koso kamano. Mago nyawawa angoha. Let me now call to explain to you the legal measures we are going to take. The Honorable Peter Upondo Kaluma, MP Homa Bay.
Your Excellency Raila Odinga, and being short on protocol because of time. We normally meet in Bondo in good times. But today we are meeting in Bondo in very bad times to mourn our people who have been killed by the police. Jodala wa uinja. Lingura do wacho gimoka gi kisungu dakika ariyo, then I just leave. Chikawuono wakecho okwamor. I have a message to Baba and our leadership in Azimio. When Amin Dada became president, taking over from Obote by force, the first statement he made in the streets of Kampala was that all the specialized police agencies were killing Ugandans and they had to be disbanded, and he proceeded to disband them. I want you to review back and watch what happened. What happened is that a week after that, a shadowy gang of killers was created under Malia Mungu, and they went killing Ugandans for a whole decade in Uganda. When this regime came in, you were told that the specialized police units, and we had very good ones under President Uhuru Kenyatta. You remember our units who cleared the terrorists in Dosset in no minute. You remember the police squad which killed, cleared the terrorists in Garissa. And of course the others guarding our borders. They were called people who had been killing Kenyans extrajudicially, and they were disbanded. But Baba, I tell you, we met the new Inspector General, not Inspector, DCI, Director Amin, and he told us they just wanted to remove those specialized officers. Those people were immediately replaced by a gang called Operation Support Unit something. This is a killer gang which is not protecting the Kenyan citizens as other police were doing, but is killing them. It is this gang moving around in civilian clothes. It is the gang moving around in vehicles without registered number plates. It is the gang doing all these crazy things we are doing. As we fight for justice for our people, we must begin the struggle to disband that unit. Otherwise, you are going to preside over the killing of very many Kenyans. Jodala wawacho kusoka wacho. In Siaya, particularly in Bondo here, the killing of the demonstrators was led by the deputy OCS. And this is something only myself can say. And he's the one who was in charge of this operation, killing our people around. Jodala wawacho kusariambo. I need to tell you this, because we are not in good times. We will say it to date. In Kisumu, when they were not able to kill the largest number of Luos they had predicted, they brought the killer gang from Nairobi. And we went to the hospital at Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Teaching and Referral Hospital. Your Excellencies, there are people still suffering bullet wounds and struggling for their lives there, with bullets lodged in very delicate parts of their body. What I noted in Kisumu is that our people were being aimed at three parts: the head, the left side of the chest, meaning the heart, and the genitals. So the statement was clear. It is either you had to die, or if you survived, you had to be sterilized, castrated. You can never be a human being, and you cannot sire a child again in life. And that is why we said in Parliament that this was planned genocide. This was planned genocide. And so there are measures we are going to take. As I end, I had President Ruto indicate, in fact, congratulate the police. And I want to tell the President, you want to tell Ruto today that we are very happy. May the cries of these widows, may the cries of these orphans today confirm to you and the dead bodies in those coffins that the police did the good job you are doing. As Luos, we remain in Kenya because Baba has taught us to be Kenyans and never to leave Kenya. Because we are not invitees into Kenya and we are not living Kenya. Jodala wakozo uo Kenya. But we need to tell Baba. Ni Baba jo wagi wacho ni gichakol gi Kenya, gichakol gi Kenya. Jodala wa uol koso kuol. Atieko kawacho ni I had the CS for Interior, my former good friend Kindiki, ask where our people are. Wamepotea kwa nyasi gani? Brother Kindiki, our people are in those coffins. But the ones who are not killed under your command and lawful command are waiting for the day Baba will call them to protest for rights, because that is a constitutional right. So here they are. To a guy called Koome, Amolo, let us agree. As leaders, we cannot be crying with the people as if we don't have solutions. The Constitution allows for the bringing of a petition to remove an Inspector General of police who is rogue. And so we want the permission of these people who have lost, dear relatives today, sons and daughters, husbands and parents, that we go and petition in your name the removal of a rogue called Inspector General Koome somebody. And immediately that can happen. Amolo, adwa kwayo ni gimane wawacho ni terikot. Ngima mar Joluo has been made the biggest pot. And gini no bedo planned. We will say much later. But wakauru case magjogi. And led by the senior councils we have, let us take a case in court that can bring value to these families whose loved ones have been killed by the police in this brutal. Jodalawa uye. Eroru kamana.
Ero kamano Pondo Kaluma. Let me now invite my brother, the Honorable Timothy Wanyonyi, Westlands. Please take to him the microphone. Tim, move it up to here. But now since you're here, you can actually just use
it. I want to testify that I witnessed 2 young, brave Kenyans shot by the police. One in Kawangware, called Kalasinga, and one in Kangemi called David Omondi. And the police went and wanted to bribe these families that to accept that this young man died of pneumonia. And we insisted that they must do a post-mortem. And Omondi was shot 7 times. From the post-mortem. Kalasinga was shot in cold blood and was killed. These are real people. Inspector Koome must resign. He does not deserve to be in that position. Kenyans are not cockroaches. Kenyans are people, real people. And we have the right under our constitution to picket, to demonstrate, and to refuse some of the excesses that the government is doing. And we are not going to be cowed. We shall continue, and we are going to fight for these brave hearts that are lying there. That we Kenyans, we demand for justice for these families. We Kenyans, we demand for justice for any Kenyan who has been maimed or who has been killed. On behalf of the people of Nairobi, where the most of this violence occurred, I send my sincere condolences to the families and to the people of Kenya. God bless you.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Tim. As Tim is going back, allow me now to invite, hello, Youth Leader Marwa, hello, the one and only, the Honorable Dr. Oburu Oginga, mondo koro wuokodu, nyathi kich.
Jobondo untie. Jobondo umor. Ang'e ni usin. Ang'e ni ok umor. To kawarwako welo jodalawa. I want to say something. I don't want to talk much because today is a very, very sad day for us. And we have been blaming Inspector General for killing. But I think it is not the Inspector General. It is Ruto. Actually, it is Ruto. Because Ruto has severally congratulated the police for doing a very good job in killing Ken.
He condemned chieftain.
So, ang'eyo, wacho ruoth okamana. Adwa ng'isou ni ruoth en nyaguo Ruto. En nyaguo Ruto emomiyo nyaka water problem kama problem nitie. Nikech problem wa mantie duto. When Ruto took over the reins of government in this country, he took the Bible and swore to protect the Constitution of Kenya. And once he put it down, Ruto is taking us back 40, 50 years back. And Ruto, we want to tell you that the Kenyans lost their lives fighting for the new constitution. Kenyans fought and very, very painfully promulgated a new constitution in 2010. When you, Mr. President, you were against it. You were against it and you said no to the new constitution. But when you took power, you said you are going to protect it. And now you have shown by your actions that you are not ready to protect the new constitution. That Ruto, you are reversing all the gains Kenyans have made over the years. And we want to tell you, Ruto, that we are not going to allow you, because by killing people, Ruto wants to cow you down. He wants you to be cowards. Ruto wants you to lose hope. Ruto wants you to be submissive. Ruto wants you to agree that he is the president so he can do whatever he likes. But we are warning you, Ruto, that these Kenyans have fought for independence. They fought for the new constitution. They fought tirelessly to have democracy in this country. And you are not going to be allowed to reintroduce one-party rule. You are not going to be allowed to reintroduce dictatorship in this country. We shall never will Kenyans again accept a dictatorship on our land. So Ruto, be warned that Kenyans will not accept dictatorship again. Jobondo, okwabi yene. Jobondo, okwabi timonade. Okwabi yene. Ruto tim gimoneno. Odhi odere. Thank you.
Hey, Manataru Nyakoga, hello. Hello. Let me now invite. Hello. Let me now graciously invite the Secretary General of the Jubilee Party, the Honorable Jeremiah Kioni, to speak to you.
Untie. Nimemaliza hiyo, imekwisha. Lakini kabla niseme mengi, muniruhusu nilete salamu za aliyekuwa rais Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Na pia nilete pole zake kwenyu, kwa sababu haya maafa tumekuwa pamoja, tumekuwa na yeye pale kwa maombi, na anasema pole sana kwa familia. Niseme pia nimekuja kusema pole kwa hizi familia. Vile wenzangu wamesema ni kweli. Kenya hii inaongozwa na majabasi. Na hawa majabasi chief wao ni Ruto. Yule ambao tunaita Sakayo. Na nyuma yake iko Kashiedhera. Sasa kuna wengine wamejitokeza kama huyu, msijui mnaita nini, ya inspector. Mtu anatembea huko Ikuru, anafungua mdomo yake, watu wanahara kwa mdomo, anakuja kutapika kwetu. Lazima sisi kama Wakenya tuelewe vile inaendelea. Mimi tukiongozwa na Martha na tulikuwa tumetumwa na baba. Tumeenda kule pande ya Meru, Maua na kwingineko. Na tukakuta huko naye ambaye alikuwa amepatiwa kazi ya kufuruga sisi, alikuwa anaitwa Benjamin Toroitich kama si kosei. Ukiangalia hapa, huyo mnasema majina ni kama hayo. Na huyu ambaye ni Sakayo ameamua kuharibu watu wa kabila yake, kwa sababu ni wachache ambao anawatumia kuletea maafa kama yale ambayo yametokea hapa. Tulikuwa tunafukuzwa kule kama panya, lakini tofauti na vile walikuwa wanafanya hapa na kule, walipokuwa wanatufukuza kule na tear gas na risasi, walikuwa wanapiga risasi kwa hewa. Wakija pande hii wanapiga risasi kwa watu. Maana yake ni nini? Maana yake ni ile tunasema kwa Kizungu profiling. Na ni jambo hatari sana ambalo limeanzishwa Kenya hii. Profiling people according to their tribes. Wanataka kusema ya kwamba mambo ya mambo ya maandamano ni ya baba na Wajaruo. Na Wakenya sio wajinga. Wakenya si wajinga. Iliyoko hapa ndio ile iko kule kwingineko ambapo tumetoka. Na ili aweze kufanya hii profiling, tunapofanya mambo ya kuomboleza hapa na kuzika waliokufa, anaenda sehemu nyingine kupeleka mchere na nyama ubafu ya mtu. Hawa ndio Kibaki alikuwa anasema haja yao ni ragi moja na mafi ya kuku. Sisi wa Kenya tuelewe, huu uongozi ambao ulipitia kwa dirisha umepangwa hivi kwamba tukikuja hapa tunasikia kama ni Wajaluo wameuawa. Hawa sawa ni Wajaluo lakini ni wa Kenya. Hello? Hawa ni wa Kenya, na tumekuja hapa kwa sababu wa Kenya ndio wameuawa kinyama. Hilo kudi ambalo Karuma amesema, mimi nilikuwako kule maandamano na baba, na nikaona hiyo sijui wametoka kwa Huribaru wameingia kwa Subaru. Subaru ya kwanza niliona ikifuata baba, na walikuwa wanapiga risasi gari ya baba kama ni maidi wanamwagilia pale. Kwa hivyo na tumekuja hapa kwa sababu hakuna muda, sitaki niseme mengi. Mimi nataka kusema ya kwamba hawa wameuawa wakienda kusema ya kwamba dunia ya Kenya kuna njaa. dunia ya Kenya kuna njaa. Na kuwaua hatujachiba, bado kuna njaa. Na sisi ambao tumebaki hai tutapigana hata kwa miamba ya wale ambao wameenda mbele zetu, kwa sababu ni wengi watauawa. Hawa wameamua kuwaua wa Kenya. Na ndio unasikia hizi masubaru na wheelbarrow wamejaa na wanatembea bila uniform. Wakikuja hapa na msikize hatari pale iko. Hawa wasakayo na hiyo timu yao, wakikuja hapa wanaita baba my brother. My brother. My brother. My brother. Wakienda kule Mount Kenya wanachema mzee ya kitendawili, mchawi. Kazi yao ni kupanda chuki kati ya makabila. Na sisi wa Kenya lazima tuwe welevu kuwaliko, kwa sababu tukikubali hiyo chuki ipandwe, yale ambayo tunataka na ile tunataka ni hawa Siakayo na wenzako waende nyumbani, itakuwa gumu kwetu. Mimi nilibeba sufuria na ninabeba sufuria, kwa sababu sufuria ni kusema nini? Familia ziko na njaa, na tutaibeba mpaka waende nyumbani. Hii sufuria itapeleka hii Siakayo Suguroi. Ataenda Suguroi. Pali sijui ni vile huyu mwingine mnaita sijui nani Gachiedhera ataenda wapi. Mimi nataka kusema pole kwa familia. Na niseme tena ya kwamba haya tulienda tumeongozwa na mheshimiwa Karonzo. Tumetumwa na baba. Tukaenda Kitegela kule hospitali Charom. Wale ambao tuliwakuta kwa hospitali, risasi kichwa, risasi kifua, risasi vile tu Karuma amesema. Jamani, hatuwezi kubali kurudishwa huko. Hatuwezi kubali. Siakayo kama anafikiria tatuweka uoga, asahau. Yale mazungumzo yako kule Bomas tumeongozwa na vile tumetumwa na baba. Kama wanafikiri watafanya ati tusahau yale ambayo wale walimekufa wakitafuta, wasahau. Na hapa kwenyu mimi nitakuwa wa mwisho kuachana na sufuria. Na nitaacha sufuria wakiniweka kaburini ama wakienda Suguroi. Na ninasema la mwisho, hawa majabasi hawana lolote nzuri kwa Wakenya. Mdomo yao ni uongo mtupu na nia yao ni baya kwetu. Wamemuita ule jamaa kutoka ICC, amekuja hapa, wamempatia ndege ya kusuguka Kenya. Na ukumbuke vita kubwa ya Uhuru na Ruto ni kwamba Uhuru yaliambiwa wewe hauna hatia kule ICC, mwenye ako na shida ni huyu, wacha tubaki na yeye kwa muda. Siakayo sasa ameleta kandi kutoka kule, amekuja kumhoga hapa. Na ameweka sahihi ile protocol ya kusema ya kwamba hata akitufanyia kinyama kiasi gani hawezi akachikwa. Huyo hana nia nzuri kwa Wakenya. Na sisi wa Kenya lazima tuamue kwa kauli moja ya kwamba enough is enough. Enough is enough. Poleni sana na Mwenyezi Mungu awabariki. Familia tuko pamoja na nini. Na tutapigana na hata wale wanajaribu kuiba Jubilee ndio waweze kutumia bunge kupindua katiba ati huyu president awe mnaita huyu awe ati atakuwa president for life. Wacha nirudie vizuri ndio muelewe. Nia ya kufuja vyama, hata kuwachukua wabunge wengine hapa ambao wamekuwa sijui kama nini watu ya pesa tatu maraya ya siasa, ni kuhakikisha kwamba bunge imepata idadi waweze kubadilisha katiba ati akalie kiti milele na milele mpaka shetani arudi. Kwa sababu hawa na shetani nyumba moja, na ukiwaona kwa maombi hawezi amini.
Siakayo ashuke. Siakayo ashuke. Wacha sasa nimwalike the party leader of the DAP, the Honorable Eugene Wamalwa.
Nyasaye ber, sechete duto, erokamano ahinya. Asanteni sana kutupa nafasi hii, tuje tuomboleze nanyi, na haswa familia ambazo ziko mbele yetu. Leo ni siku ya huzuni sana, hatutaki tuseme mengi, ila tu kusema poleni, na kumuomba Mola awape subra, muweze kusitiri haya ambayo yamewapata. Hayo ndio yametuleta hapa siku ya leo, na tunataka pia tuje hapa siku ya leo, kando na kusema pole kwenu, kuambia yule IG wa polisi Bwana Kome akome tabia mbaya. Kome afanye nini? Kome afanye nini? Tuambia Bwana Kome akome, sababu hawa walio mbele zetu ni watu. These are not statistics. These are not hired coffins or hired bodies. These are Kenyans who have been killed by police bullets. Na leo pia tumekuja hapa kusema haya mambo sio mambo ya Wajaluo. Kule Western tumezika watu. Tulianza na kuzika kijana moja anaitwa Edward Wanjala kule Trans Nzoia. Bwana Wajakoya na ndugu yetu Oparanya wamemzika Meshak Shireka kule Kakamega. Kule Busia tumemzika kijana Duncan Wanyama. Na hapa Vihiga juzi tumemzika boxer, alikuwa boxing, anaheshimika sana, anaitwa Rafael Shigali. Kesho tukitoka hapa tuenda Luanda kuzika vijana wawili, Brian Onyango na William Amulele. Hawa vijana walikuwa hapa Nyalenda, walivamiwa kwa nyumba yao. Ulikuwa usiku wa manane, hakukuwa na maandamano ya usiku, na hatujawahi fanya maandamano ya usiku kama Wanaazimio. Wakatolewa kwa nyumba zao, wakapigwa, wakawawa na polisi. Leo tuko Nyanza kuomboleza nanyi, kesho tuko Western kuomboleza na nyumba ya Mlembe. Na leo kama huyu Inspector Kome hajakoma haya maneno, wabunge wetu wamesema hapa, tunataka tukitoka hapa tuanze ile process ya kumungoa mamlakani. Kome akome kwa IG wa Police of the Republic of Kenya. Hayo ndio tutafanya tukitoka hapa. Na kama hivi is in doubt, tukija hapa nimepata bad news. Ndugu yangu Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka amenionyesha ya kwamba tuna pastor aliyepigwa risasi kule Kitengela. Pastor Peter Wanyama alipigwa risasi tarehe 12 na ameishi na hiyo risasi hadi akapoteza maisha yake. So that is another one ambaye anatoka kule magharibi, ameongezeka sababu ya risasi ya Bwana Kome na polisi wake. So leo ni kusema pole, lakini mniruhusu kwa kimombo kidogo, sababu we want the world to know that we are here in Bondo today to mourn victims of police brutality. And as we mourn, we are not just here to mourn with the families. We are here to assure the families, all families, whose families have been affected as victims of police brutality, that as Azimio, we will stand with you in the quest for justice. Nationally and internationally, we will stand with you unto the ends of the earth. Until justice is done, we will never rest. Na ndio sababu we are saying here today, as Azimio, we have objected to the presence of the prosecutor of the International Court, Criminal Court, ICC, Bwana Khan. He has come to Kenya at a time of gross violation of human rights. As a prosecutor, he has come to wine and dine with those who have been suspects at the ICC and who are future suspects because of the atrocities we are seeing before us today. And he has not just wined and dined with them, he has been wining and dining and riding in their helicopters in the Republic of Kenya. And we are saying we are not going to keep quiet while the prosecutor of the ICC, where we are proceeding and we are preparing charges against these criminals in uniform, is being hosted in our country and being compromised ahead of our legal action at the ICC. We will not rest. Hayo ndio tunataka tuseme hapa siku ya leo, na tuambie Bwana Ruto, I agree with my big brother Oburu. IG Kome ni mtu mdogo sana. Yeye na polisi wake wanafanya chini ya Mheshimiwa Ruto. And none other than Bwana Ruto has congratulated IG Kome na polisi wake for a job well done. Today we ask in Bondo, Bwana Ruto, putting these young lives 6 feet deep, is that a job well done? If it is, then I'll quote Shakespeare's Mark Antony, that indeed reason has fled Kenya and our men in uniform have turned into brutish beasts. This we will not allow as Azimio. We will stand with the families in the quest for justice. Erokamano ahinya.
Well spoken, the Honorable Eugene Wamalwa. May I now take the opportunity to invite the leader of the Roots Party, the Honorable George Luchiri Wajakoya.
Najua Joturua untie, Janyuola untie. Pole sana kwa wale ambao wamefiwa. Mimi hapa nimekuja kulia. Kabla sijasema, ningetaka kuambia kwamba kumaokie kodotie na molo cage, kopu share the same grandmother. Koro kiwinje ko wuoyo is the opposite of him. Abenda wuoyo kamano. To kaba baba ntie, to koro nguvu moro deal to donjo kacha ta nguono ta wecho. Gachagua, wewe ndio umekalia hizi vifo. Hawa ambao wamelala hapa kuanzia leo, Gachagua asilale, familia yake isilale, wasilale, semeni hivyo, wasilale mpaka wakufe, wazikwe. Manake Gachagua ndiye mwenye hii vitu hii. Akili ya Kome ni kama akili ya mtoto. Ukimwangalia vile anaongea, yale mate ambayo yanatoka kwa mdomo yake inaweza kufika 1000 tons. The man cannot express himself. When he's cornered somewhere, he goes back to Meru, Tunjiru Njeke. Wa Meru ni watu wasafi. Watu wa Mlima Kenya ni watu wasafi. Na mimi nataka kumwambia Bwana Gachagua. Nataka kumwambia awachane na Martha. Martha sio rika yake. Martha is more beautiful than this man. Ya pili, wamepitisha ile LGBTQ, ile homosexuality. Gachagua, I'm not gay. Okanyal miyo ni nyama, ongemano. Uwinjo kosa kuwinjo. Kila siku anataja mimi. Ati nilikuwa naona Martha akitembea pale. A very tribalist man. Martha Ruti kwetu, kulikuwa na sufuria pale. Watu wamevaa sufuria. Tukajua ni Wajakoya. Wajakoya Meru. Hapa tumekuja kulia. Wakati wile wanapiganga Raila, wacha niwaambie tu kitu kimoja ndio nikae chini. Baba akiwa hapa, mnamuona tu. There is a formula to look at this man. Baba is not a human being. Wamejaribu Saa zingine anatuanga baba risasi twa, baba natani into nyang'ao, askari anaenda mbio. Wengine tena anapiga baba risasi twa, baba natani into nger. Askari nakimbia mpaka wengine wajarudi mpaka leo. Opondo Kaluma, I want to congratulate you. Kale ka MP kutoka Gatundu South. Yeye juzi aliona maneno. Anaitwa nani? Wangombe sijui Kagombe. Chiatmin Mare. Yeye anaenda kusema kwamba you people are using human shields. Na hii mtu kule London mahali alikuwa anakaa, ninajua na kazi gani, nitakuja kuambia what he used to do there. Niseme nisiseme? Kanga tuicha mokokocha toka watch. Hiyo Kagome koma. Kaluma sio bibi yako. Unaenda kusema ngenge. Ngenge marmer. Kumalizia. Your question tie. To your money ndogo. Let me finish by saying, Baba and Spirit, and Kaka Shakespeare, you can never know Raila Odinga. Gatamonge Raila Odinga and care joluo. Juoge. Yomomyo jogi kagine kama to nyera kamano. Baba ukinyer kodi, baba kenonger. Mama Ida, asante sana ile umefanya mpaka baba nakaa kijana. Wengine wanasema tu ati baba karibu kukufa hii mzee marmer. Asante sana.
Hello. Just to recognize Wantiere Kaigoga Emar Luo Council of Elders, Elder James Ayaga, aneno kagin gi former mayor Onyango Radier, gi chairman mar party Siaya Jaduong' Okinda, gin kacha. Wantie ka gi coordinator mar Sufuria movement Jaduong' Owich en Mwaluka okang ni wuo. Wan nyaka gi self-proclaimed makamu chani kanye. Self-proclaimed coordinator mar Azimio chondego. Hallelujah. Let me now invite the deputy party leader of the ODM and former governor of Kakamega, His Excellency Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya.
Hello. Sawa. Siku ya leo na siku ya huzuni kabisa kwa watu wa Siaya na watu wa Kenya kwa jumla. Kupoteza vijana wale wamekufa hapa. Na vijana walipoteza maisha yao wakipigania haki yao. Haki ya Wakenya. These Kenyans have been killed fighting for their right. Fighting for the reduction of the prices of essential goods. Jameni, naona tuna muda anaingia. Karibu Milo Odhiambo. Karibu. Tuendelee. I was saying that these Kenyans were killed fighting for their right. Innocent Kenyans have lost their lives while fighting for their rights. Na mkiangalia wale watu ambao wameuawa, wametoka mahali ambao hawako na hisa katika serikali ya Kenya Kwanza. Wengi ambao wameuawa wanatoka hapa Nyanza. Wale wanafuata wanatoka kule Western mahali mimi natoka. Na wengine kutoka kule kwa Kalonzo Musyoka kule Eastern. Hao ndio mahali wanasema sisi hatuna shares katika serikali yao. wanataka watumalize, hatuna shares, hatuwezi kupata huduma yote kwa sababu hatuna shares. Hii ni huzuni kubwa kabisa, kwa sababu ukiwa president wa nchi yoyote, wewe ni president ya kila mtu. Huwezi kuwa president wa party yako au wale watu wanakuunga mkono peke yake. Ni huzuni mkubwa sana. Na ule Koome ambaye ni IG, Koome IG, sisi tunaheshimu maiti kabisa. Hatuwezi kuhaya maiti, afadhali tuweke mbele. Ni nani huyo tena? Na huyu anakuja kama baba anakaa, huyu ni nani anakuja kama baba anakaa? And Wanga the governor wa Homa Bay, karibu. Na daktari, karibu. Tuendelee. Leo tuna maandamano kule Eldoret. Tunataka tuone, kwa sababu tuna maandamano makubwa Eldoret leo. Tunataka tuone ni watu wangapi watauawa kule kwa sababu wanafanya maandamano. Kwa sababu hao pia wanapigania haki yao kule Eldoret. Na tunataka tuone ni wangapi watauawa vile waliua watu hapa, vile waliua watu Western, na vile waliua watu kule Eastern. Sawa? Kwa hivyo